season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Room here to run.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 16 more on that one and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
The Chargers at 5-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing again on second down.
Herbert. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And some room to work. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's another first down and what will be a gain of 21 yards. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for LA. 47 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Try to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete. But pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity. And they're playing to it and playing well.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score time, 7-7.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jets 14, Chargers 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert has it knocked free. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And some room to roam now. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jets 21, Chargers 7. Braden Mann to kick off for the Jets.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40.
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
And let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Wilson on 3rd down. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Oh, nice move. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They'll give to Hall. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They go play action now. Wilson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like you did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's look chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. On Herbert, his third interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack on first down, Wilson looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his right. He finds Wilson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 25 on second down, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about
nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
the goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Hall.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. They'll
try and throw for it with Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll run with Carter. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Now Herbert off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle, perhaps. You know, you don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to get this up to midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Play action. It's Herbert. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now are going to...
Herbert has it knocked free. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On third down, Wilson. Fighting more on the out route out for the completion. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Again, Wilson. And check down, complete to Hall. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. From the 45 on second down. Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson will throw again. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kenneth Murray, his 2nd sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 27, Herbert. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson wants to throw it. He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on